Hey, I'm Randy, and you're watching The Cheap Audio Man. It's probably going to sound weird because I'm between two speakers. Anyway, I'm Randy. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Here we talk about high-value home theater, audio equipment, streamers, DACs, amps, all that good stuff. Today we're talking about the Jamo C93 II. It's a concert series. Guess what? They're $220 on Amazon today, and that's like 50% off because I think these are getting discontinued. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the Jamo C93 IIs and their matching center speaker. Today's sponsor is Sith Audio Batteries. This is a AAA. Keeps your audio equipment running, like remote controls and stuff, but not only does it keep your remote controls running, now they are guaranteed to sound audiophile when they're using infrared technology to change the volume. Sith Audio, AAA batteries, also come in AA. Pack of 4 is $300. Now, pack of 4 is $234.17, okay? I don't know how they came up with that number. All right, Jamo C93, rated at 45 hertz up to 24,000 hertz, 6 ohm nominal impedance with a sensitivity of 88. I did a video on these early on in the channel. And when I say early on, I mean like 5 or 6 months ago. One of my patrons actually sent these to me to try out. I think I bought them from him. Either I bought them from him or he gave them to me. I know I bought the center. No, I bought all of them. I bought all of them, and I think I paid more than what you can get them for today. And guess what? They're completely worth it. All right. So they have a 6-inch woofer, and now that is, remember, we're not talking about just the surface area of the woofer, so we're talking about the surround, basically from screw to screw. Okay, 6-inch woofer, real phase plug down here. These look really nice. 1-inch soft dome tweeter with a ginormous waveguide or horn. I don't want to argue about whether this is a waveguide or horn. All right. Anyway, it's wide dispersion, 1-inch soft dome tweeter. Sounds incredible. These have a different vibe to them. So the front baffle is actually, I don't know, it's a different shape if you can see this. So it's not just like, it curves out a bit. I was wondering how many alrights and okays I'm going to do today because I'm just kind of doing this off the cuff. I didn't know I was going to do this video this morning, but when I saw that they're $220, I figured I better do a video. They are really pretty. They're very pretty, and I have mine in white, obviously. But on the back, they are rear ported. Nice binding posts. You can't buy amp them or buy wire them. Very nice. Very nice quality speakers. When you say, I mean, if you say this is a $450 speaker, I'd be, yes, this is a $450 speaker. So they're great. On the center channel, same tweeter. You have a pair of 4-inch woofers down here. All right, very good off-axis performance. So let's talk about bass. I don't think I'm going to do any of these fancy gimmicky transitions. We're just going to go right into bass. With them rated at 45, let's just get this out of the bag. This is a U-shaped speaker, okay? A rock and roll speaker, if you will. A little bit of bump in the bass region, especially around 100 hertz. A few dips in the mid-range. It comes back around 2000 hertz, and I know this because I have ears and I can listen, but also because I verified, and pretty much how I thought they would sound is how they sound. Now, after 10K, I was a bit surprised on just how high they went, but as far as the dip in the mid-range, I figured there's probably one there. There's a dip before about 2K, and then there's a dip before 1K. So the frequency response up, and then it bumps up, down, and then it comes back up. Luckily, there's no bumps around what I would consider to be the fatiguing area. So these speakers are hyper detailed. And I said in my first video that this is probably the most detailed soft dome tweeter I've ever heard. It really sounds like a really well done aluminum or titanium or even AM Twee driver. It sounds so detailed to the point of when I was using these as in stereo and I wasn't running a center, so phantom center, sometimes the dialogue would be almost unrealistic because it felt like it was so separated from the rest of the mix. But it was still good, and after a while I kind of got used to it. But hyper detailed. You're not going to have any issues hearing voices with these. From a bass tone and texture, I'm going to put this one down. I think you guys have seen it. All right, here, look at it. It's beautiful. Look at it. Okay. So they're great. Very small enclosure, actually, and I was quite surprised that they go down to 45. But I was skeptical until I heard them, and I'm like, oh yeah, they hit 45. They hit 45 really easily. There is a ton of bass. Now, if you are in a large room, you're still going to need a subwoofer. And I was just listening to them again in the bedroom, and I put the subwoofer up a bit, and wonderful, wonderful. These live. So when I evaluate speakers, they usually go into the bedroom where I have a small home theater set up just to burn in, whatever. Maybe people don't believe in burn-in. They sit and they operate in my bedroom for 3 weeks, maybe sometimes a month. But when those are done, guess what goes back up? The Jamo C93-2 and whatever the center, it's the 9 series CEN, whatever. Anyway, these go back up into my bedroom home theater, and I love them. One of the reasons I love them is because of the vocal clarity. Another reason why I love them is because when I'm listening to some music, they're a fun speaker. And this is not going to be a reference speaker. All right? There's the first all right. This is an audiophile speaker, and I was watching DMS. He does a predominantly headphones, but he's great. Name is Doug, DMS. And he was talking about reference versus audiophile. And I think this is something that I sometimes get wrong, because I have the perception that an audiophile wants a completely flat frequency response. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Some audiophiles just want to have fun. And this speaker just wants to have fun. Just want to have fun. Oh, speakers just want to have want to have fun. This speaker just wants to have fun. One moment, I'm going to take a drink of coffee. The frequency response is not flat. You shouldn't be mastering anything with these. These aren't studio monitors. You're not trying to take your band to the next level when you're mixing your own track on your tablet, Apple thing with the iMusic, with the GarageBand. You're not using these to master your awesome single on GarageBand. You're using these to listen to AC/DC or something fun and have a great time. Or you're using them as front channels, and they actually make towers too. And I haven't looked into the towers, but they've been coming down in price as well. These are going away. On Amazon, $220, significantly. We're talking half. They used to sell for $460 on Crutchfield. They now sell for $400 on Crutchfield. On Amazon, they're going for $220. I think there's maybe 7 to 10 pairs of the white and maybe, I don't know how many pairs of the black. We've done this before. It started with the Wharfdale Diamond 11.2. Those were $200. Mark 50% off or more. Then it was the Klipsch RB 61.2s. Then the RB 51.2s. Then the Wharfdale Diamond 11.4s, the towers. That's where we're at with these. They're going away forever. But you can get a great speaker if you like a U-curve. This speaker is going to sound similar to, obviously, Jamo, like the S803. But I'm telling you, if you want that's a great point. S803s, new, going for $150 or $160, which actually is a good price. This walks all over the 803 because there's so much more refinement, so much dispersion with the tweeter. The sound staging is awesome. I was listening to Wherever I May Roam, and I mean it through the like at that 13 or 14 second mark. Threw it to my right. Incredible. If you're looking for a fun speaker and your only speaker, and you know you like a U-curve, you may not be ready for the reference type of tuning on some of those fun audiophile speakers that can sometimes sound boring. Anyway, if you know you want a U-curve, then get them, $220. If you have some speakers that may be a reference tuning style of a boring speaker, not saying all flat speakers are boring. Some can sound boring. If you want to add something else to the stable that's a little bit different and you want to have some fun, take your other speakers out, put them in the closet, because these are pretty small. They're not going to take up a lot of room in your foot locker down at the bottom of your bed. I give a hard look at these as well and pick them up. They're fantastic. And I'm starting to understand that I don't need to like a flat frequency response in a speaker and feel bad about it. Nobody should feel bad about it. Let's celebrate that speakers are different. Let's celebrate that they have something different to offer. And let's admit to ourselves that people have different listening preferences. And if they don't want flat, we shouldn't shove flat down their... Sorry, my monitor went dead. Anyway, if you don't... Listen, we shouldn't tell people what they want to hear or what they should hear or what sounds good. We should let that be up to us, the consumer. That is subjective, because this is all subjectivity. All of it is. So if you like it, you like it. This is a U-shaped speaker. If you like the if you like the Jamo S803s, you're gonna like this, because it's very similar except extraordinarily more refined and detailed, nuanced, if you will. $220, I think these are $250. So 50% off, basically. I think this one maybe is 100% off, or that would be cool if it was 100% off. I think this one is $100 off, which almost equates to 50%. C93s, incredible treble, U-shaped, good nuances in the bass, hit like a hammer as far as the bass goes for such a small enclosure. Fantastic, fun. So if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have patron-only Zooms. We also have a patron-only Facebook group. You can also sign up for Amazon Music. All my playlists are linked in the description. My Cheap Audio Man test tracks, Satanic Panic, and Leg Warmers, those playlists are in the description. You can also buy the Jamos. I will link the Jamos on Amazon. If you purchase through those links, I will get a commission. Again, if you want them, go buy them, because they're going away unless you want to pay $400 at Crutchfield. But eventually, these are going to be gone. So don't binge watch anything. Binge listen through your new Jamo speakers from your new old stock. No, wait a minute. New old stock. That's what they're going to be. They're going to be what's left over. So listen, binge listen through your new Jamos and fill your soul with happiness. With that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.